Yo, what's going on, guys? I am back again. It is Arrow here, where we do videos that are not scripted. So if I mess up, you get what you get, all right? So today we're going to be talking about this. We're going to be talking about this. We're going to be talking about this. And we are going to be talking about this. Now, in all hindsight, what that means is we're going to be talking about console wars, all right? And why they're the dumbest thing in video game history. We're going to talk about why the console wars are dumb in the video game community, okay? First, you did not buy my consoles, whether it is the PlayStation, the Xbox, my Switch, my, whatever. You did not buy them. You didn't buy them. So why am I worried about what you think on your opinion? It's all opinionated. Everything is subjective when it comes to gaming. At the end of the day, we all know it, right? If we really wanted the best as far as frame rate, graphics, not having to spend a ton of money every time a new console comes out, we would all just have a PC. Especially because on PC, a lot of PCs support Microsoft. If I didn't want to use a mouse and keyboard, I could just use my controller. I could use my controller. Once again, I said I could just use my controllers. So first off, like I said, you didn't buy my console. I didn't buy your console. Enjoy what you play. It doesn't matter what console you're on. It's okay to have a team. Like if you're Team Nintendo, Team Xbox, Team PlayStation, or PC Master Race. That's all good. But let's get into a couple of topics of why I believe the console wars shouldn't be a thing. Number two, besides the fact that I'm not buying your consoles, you're not buying mine, a lot of PlayStation fans scream exclusives. We have the better exclusives. Xbox doesn't have anything. And for the people that don't do that, thank you. But I wish I would have saved this, but the PlayStation 4, if I remember correctly, and you know what, I'm not about to make a fool out of myself. So we're gonna go to Google real quick, okay? And obviously that it will be updated, but let's just check this out real quick. PS4 total console sales, right? Or units. So 115 million, okay? Let's see if 115 million. That's how many PlayStation 4 sold, okay? 115 million. Let's say 30 million, I'm going to use God of War because it's such a good game. Let's say 30 million people bought God of War. That means 80 million people who have a console did not play God of War. Let's say 40 million people played The Last of Us Part 2. That still means 70 million people didn't play it. Let's go to Xbox. Halo 5. I know I don't know how many units were sold. Basically, let me not make this overwinded. If a console to me is sold and at least half of the player base did not buy those exclusives, what are we even talking about exclusive for? What, just because it sounds good because that's the console you're rocking with? And like I said, that's just me. If a console didn't sell at least half of its games as exclusive, if half of the console wasn't exclusive games sold, I'm not having that conversation with you. I just feel like you're just hyping it up because that's what people tend to lean towards, exclusives. If you didn't sell, say Xbox sold 100 million. If 50 million people bought Halo, Gears, that, if half the player base was buying it, you have more of a case. But not even half of the player base is buying these exclusive games that people rave and shout about. And that's on both sides. But Sony community tends to do that more. So we're not talking about exclusive. So I just debunked that. like I said, when it comes to frame rate, when it comes to graphics and stuff, Xbox is stronger. But if we're really doing this, PC is the end all be all because it just is. It's proven. It's not my opinion. That's a fact. What matters is, you know, Xbox may have certain, user interface features or like the quick resume, stuff like that. I have a One X. I don't have the quick resume, but I do like the interface a little more. I do think it's a little more geared towards what I want. I can pin what I want. I can, the party system to me is a lot better. That's just me. But on PlayStation, a lot of my friends do play on it, like my brother and some of my best friends. So I have a PlayStation for the exclusives that I like Ghost of Tsushima, Persona 5, Persona 5 Royal, if we're going to count that. God of War 2018 was not, it was a good game to me, but it wasn't a masterpiece. God of War 3 is still my favorite. God of War 3 is still my favorite. Okay? But, I have certain games like like Neo, because I'm a big Dark Souls fan, so that's another thing that I want to talk about. There's so many different communities of gamers and what we like to play. It's just, I could see if, like PlayStation, I could see if, oh, well, PlayStation, typically, which they typically do, PlayStation gives out a lot more JRPGs. I love JRPGs. I love RPGs. But the JRPGs, the turn-based stuff, Sony tends to have a lot more of. So I can see, if somebody was to say, hey, I keep my console to PlayStation because they produce that, at least you're giving me a reason, a valid reason. Because Xbox tends to do more multiplayer and their exclusive stuff. So I can get that. But the whole exclusive and all that stuff, nah, whatever. Doesn't hold weight with me. Console wars are also really stupid because it's like, find your game that you like. And with a lot of this exclusive stuff, I keep going back to this, but how about maybe you try broadening your variety of games you play? That's a thought. Maybe instead of paying $500 just to play a couple exclusives, maybe try, I don't know, being a gamer and actually trying different things. Look, I practice what I preach, okay? I was in the sales page, but we're gonna go through some of this, okay? Animus. It's like a Dark Souls game. Bayonetta. The Elder Scrolls Blades. Like there's a lot of and I'm trying to get this for you guys, but there's a lot of different things because I play a lot of beat 'em ups, side scrollers. I play a lot of different things, and that's just Nintendo. That's on the light. That's not even the regular Switch that I play. Try broadening your horizons. There's so many good games out there that people never give the time of day. And instead of hating, here's another problem I have with console wars, right? I've heard, I'm gonna get on Xbox fans real quick. Oh, the Sony exclusives, they're only one and done. You can't really play them afterwards. Wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. God of War. You know what? And I'm gonna use Metal Gear Solid 4. PlayStation 3 exclusive, right? It's on PlayStation now, but PlayStation 3 exclusive. That game, to me, was a masterpiece. I cannot tell you how many times I went through that game to get different rankings, to get the big boss ranking, which is don't get caught, don't use a certain amount of health items, don't get a certain amount of kills, all that stuff. If you're a Metal Gear fan, you know what Big Boss is about. My brother, Ares, is the master of the Big Boss ranking. PlayStation exclusives, to some, may be a one and done. But to the gamer that wants to perfect their craft, who wants to maybe speed run a game, who wants to find all the Easter eggs or the secrets, who wants to get all the achievements and platinum your games and get that 100%. They're more than one and done. Just because you don't see it that way, there's plenty of reasons why a Sony exclusive can be a one and done, or you can get multiple playthroughs. We'll talk about Returnal, right? I've heard a lot of people say, well, why would you pay $70 for that game? Da da da. the game's only 3 hours, 4 hours. Well, that's for one playthrough. Not every gamer is going to play one playthrough and then be done. Some people want to learn how to get through the game the fastest they can, or take the longest amount of time they can to figure out everything. So once again, you can't talk about Xbox fans. You can't talk about, well, all Sony games are one and done. I just gave you a couple reasons why they're not. Just like Sony fans, hey, we can't talk about exclusives, and over half of y'all, with data shown, aren't supporting the exclusives, okay? Nintendo fans, y'all don't really do the whole console wars, but y'all, I'm still gonna get on y'all real quick. Y'all bug me, and I'm a part of the Nintendo community too, but when y'all don't get games that y'all want right away, y'all whine like no other. Oh my gosh, it's the most annoying thing ever. I get it. You want those new games, the Metroid, Bayonetta 3, so do I. But I have plenty of games, like I just showed you on the Switch Lite. I have plenty of games to hold me over. I have, which I'm playing right now, Magna Malo, Monster Hunter Rise. I've been putting countless amount of time into Monster Hunter Rise. Learn to get more time out of your games. Learn to get more time out of your games. If you're paying anything over 1 penny to play a video game, and I'm being so serious, if you're paying anything above 1 penny, get your money's worth. Get your money's worth. Like, there's some people that complain about games, oh, they're too short, but they just play through the story. And maybe that's the way you want to play it. But don't say games are too short and you cut out 70% of what a game has to offer because you did the 30% and you just went through the story. And there's nothing wrong with doing that, but be fair about why you thought that maybe the story was too short, but the game overall ain't short. And I know this ain't all just, maybe this video is going to be about gaming overall and console wars, but console wars just bug me also because a lot of YouTube content that I see in the gaming community is all talking about the same thing. And like I said, I just gave y'all a couple reasons why console wars don't matter. They don't. It's okay to have an Xbox if I want Game Pass, if I want to get some of these free games, if I want to save money. Okay, if I want to save money, if that makes me a broke gamer, I guess I'm broke then, but, you know, seeing as how I have a Vita, 2 3DSs, 2 Switches, a PS4, Xbox One X, the, you know, regular Nintendo, Super Nintendo 64, the PS2 over there, I think you get the point. I'm far from broke, okay? I just like saving money so I can enjoy more of gaming. Who would have thought? But console wars aren't a thing. They shouldn't be a thing. Rep what you like. Rep what you like. If you don't like it, stay in your own lane. We got YouTubers and content creators out here who are Sony fanboys or Xbox fanboys talking more about the other console. You giving more attention to the other console than you is your own player base, your own fan base. That's one thing I will say about Nintendo. They get on my nerves because how much they talk about and whine about certain things when it comes to what games they get, but the features aren't there, or we're still waiting for this game. I get it, but at least they talk about their fan base, their player base. They talk about their console. Where I'll see somebody who's Team Xbox, and I look at their videos, half of their stuff is talking about PlayStation. Or half of a PlayStation is talking, PlayStation content creators talking about Xbox. Maybe you have a secret crush on the other system and just kind of want to, you know, have this persona that you're a Xbox or a Sony hater. Me, I like everything because everything has something to offer. Whether it's mobility and being able to play whenever I want to with a great lineup of third-party games. The first-party games, y'all need to get with it. Twitch needs to be up here. If I want to play Xbox and have Game Pass, great deals on video games. Obviously, I have the original PlayStation 4, so this is, subjective to me because I don't have the newest of each system, but my Xbox One X does run and look better than my original PlayStation 4. That's subjective once again because I actually do not have a PS4 Pro. But on my PlayStation, I love the exclusives I have, right? Once again, where's it at? Let me get a couple of these just to, oh, I dropped something. Just to show you guys that I really do practice what I preach, right? Let's see. Y'all know I love the Samurai Warriors games and the Dynasty Warriors. All Stars, Neo 2, Neo the original, Ghost of Tsushima. Absolutely love this game, okay? Got those. Like I said, I got Persona. Well, I got Persona 5 Royal because your boy, I got the updated one, you know what I'm saying? It's sitting right here in that beautiful case. Matter of fact, let me give some love. Look. Ooh, wee. Look at that. That's amazing. They still got the steelbook. I'm such a collector of certain stuff. I got the original. I won't get rid of my steelbook. Are you crazy? But anywho, like I said, exclusives. I do like their exclusives. And then another reason people talk about, and this bugs me about video gamers too, right? Games aren't long enough. Like I said, and I think I talked about that, but I didn't really talk about it. Games aren't long enough. Sometimes games don't need to be 40, 50 hours long. Sometimes they can be a little shorter. Some people may want to play a game that's 6 to 8 hours and just experience, start to finish. That's okay. All right? And I'm sorry I went all over the place, but this all just started coming in my mind. And like I told you, we don't do edits and stuff. So what you get is what you get. Console wars, dumb. I don't partake in them. I'm too much of a real gamer to partake in console wars. I rep everybody because everybody got something to give to me. I'm a consumer. I'm a gamer. I'm a consumer. I give my money. And if you got something to offer me, guess what? You getting my money. Plain and simple. If we really, like I said, if we really want to do this whole console wars thing, PC wins all the time. Because I can use my controller. I don't like keyboard and mouse. It's not my thing. But I can use this. I can use this. And it's a beautiful controller, by the way. I know a lot of people ain't got this Forza controller anymore, but oh, it's nice. That's nice. But guys, I'm back. I'm giving y'all fair points of why this stuff shouldn't be the way it is. Enjoy whatever games you playing. And I didn't even mean for this video to go this long. But enjoy what you play. Don't worry about what other console somebody else is on. So what? If they bashing your system, so what? You still gonna play? You still gonna play it? At the end of the day, somebody could say my 3DS and my Switch are trash. Yeah, but when I don't feel like being on my TV, guess what I'm gonna be doing? I'm gonna still be on that Switch right afterwards. If I don't feel like playing this, I'm gonna boot up one of them systems and play right afterwards. All right. But I've talked long enough. I know this is long-winded, but I really want to talk about this. I want y'all to really know how I feel about this. All right. I may do another video this evening talking about wrestling predictions for WrestleMania's Backlash. So, if I do that, have the notifications on, make sure to drop a comment at the bottom so we can talk about this. Let me know in the comments what your favorite game system is and why. Or, what is a favorite game series or game of yours and why? I will catch you guys later. Arrow out.